studio. Matt Brisch and Dennis Lauver housed in Jeffries, but it is now Coldwell Banker Real Estate Network that you're a part of. Matt Brisch, how did this all come about?
It came about over many, many years. We have a great group of realtor agents in our company in downtown Clinton, housed in Jeffries, and I've always wanted to develop a set of tools that they could, maximize their business, be more efficient, and help out their clients sell and find homes that they want to buy. And so we affiliated with Coldwell Banker. It's the #1 most visited real estate brand online. And their set of tools, everything from training to marketing. They have a global luxury line for a property that qualifies for that. It's just the most comprehensive set of tools I've ever seen in my 15 years in the industry.
So how does that work? If you're a part of a network now, do you need to answer to them? Because I know you're locally owned, locally operated. How does that work?
Right. Well, and part of, we have to put a sign in our office that says locally owned, independently operated. So I'm the designated managing broker, so we run our business the way we do. They can say how the sign looks to make sure it's the right color blue and things like that. But it's really the ability. As a small business owners, we would never have been able to invest the millions and millions. I can't even imagine how many millions of dollars they invested in all these tools. So Matt, we'll be able, and our agents will be able to access all that to help out.
Yeah, Matt and I had a phone call yesterday with corporate staff, and as the two owners, they're reviewing for us, exactly to Matt's point, we're reviewing a bunch of the technology that exists there, that just unbelievable level of depth and detail that our realtor team can then have to turn around and say, oh, here, let's give you a valid idea as to what pricing may be. Last night I was reading, a new tool they've got, and again, we couldn't do this on our own. Even with 20 licensees, we couldn't do this on our own. But, nationally they're rolling out something that says, for example, okay, Gary, we'll go through your house over there. And honestly, before we list it, we need probably $12,000 worth of improvements made to your house. And you're like, I can't write a $12,000 check here. I'm wanting to sell it and move. And what they'll do is they'll upfront that cost, pay for those improvements so that the house shows better, and then it sells, and then just at closing, then they get, you see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And just that they can finance home improvements and those sorts of things tied in, immediately related to, and it's just, that's one small example of lots and lots of tools that come from being in part of the network with, as Matt said, biggest, most visited realtor firm for attracting buyers and sellers.
Now, did you seek them out, or did they seek you out, or is it a two-way street? How does that work, Matt?
Yeah, yes. They sought us out, and it's a very deep vetting procedure, and they spent quite a bit of time researching us and our history. And yeah, it's interesting. They started in 1906 in San Francisco. We started in 1923, so 17 years apart. And but it definitely a two-way street.
What were some of the comments that you heard from them?
They enjoyed our history. There was a matching of the values, a matching of our professionalism. Kind of things like that. So.
Dennis, you kind of touched on it a little bit, but it sounds like there are some great advantages for those who are either looking for or trying to sell a home.
Well, I was just I was in the parking lot talking with somebody who's going to be listing their house for sale, and I said, long story short, here's the price we'd suggest that for listing it. And he said, well, okay, yeah, I get it listed, but what do you think it'll really sell at? And then, he made the comment, he said, well, obviously, if you're, a relocation company, or you're moving in because of your job, and you live 10 states away, you look online and say, realtors in Clinton, Iowa, and oh, gosh, there's a national name, international name, really, that pops up and gets their attention. And that exposure and those connections with other realtors is really, really fundamentally important and very big. And that carries over certainly on the commercial side also, and the level of the detail that they have on the commercial side for working with businesses is that same amazing level where, the void analysis, that the detail that says, you just pick an address, for example, 123 Main Street. And I can find out very quickly and say, of all the people that go shop at 123 Main Avenue or Main Street, this is what the product is that those people are spending money on. This is what they're not spending money on. Not only when they're at that business, but when they're elsewhere. Because for better or for worse, we're all tracked with our cellular phones. And so...
And yours just lit up not too long ago.
And the technology tells us, and we can see patterns and know that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And so that allows us to meet the needs and to help those that are both, hey, I've got a commercial property that I want to get leased or I want to get sold, or vice versa. Hey, we want to come into town. There's a national, there's multiple national quick serve places that want to come into the town. Matt and I met a couple years ago with the real estate person for one of them. They'd actually written into the contract of their franchisee, you will open a store in Clinton, Iowa. COVID hit, but we're still working in there, but they're ready to go. And it's a matter of finding stuff. So the level of the detail we've got to say, your particular type of food, this part of town, people aren't buying it because it's not there. This part of town, they are. But we can quantify that with data.
That's amazing. That is incredible. Dennis Lauver and Matt Brisch in studio. We've got about a minute left. Matt, what was the reaction of the agents when this came about?
Very excited. I think just as excited as I was. I think it's just a perfect marriage, for our agents, our great set of agents, and that translates to all of our customers and our clients.
People want to find out more information. What's the best way of doing that?
You can drop in. We're on 5th Avenue South, 345 5th Avenue South, Clinton, Iowa, or 242-3265. Or, just see us around town.
Yard signs, house, building signs, all that's been ordered and will be going up soon.
All right, great. Thank you both for coming in today.
Thank you, Gary. Thank you very much.
It's a plane!
The Dan Patrick Show.
Dan Patrick.
Yeah! College football is playing a game of risk in the United States, where you roll the dice, you